It's a stadium so big, you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Will Reichert to kick off.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And off we go from Dallas. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. Space on the right, he's got room. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Taken down on that play by Landon Jackson.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Williams to throw. And as a catch for Luther Burden. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
46-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46. Trying the right side. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
At the 46-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams will look to throw. Setting up the screen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Running back sent in motion. Williams to throw on 3rd. Pass brought in by Burden. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
We've set it down from 37. On first down, they'll run. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Working from the gun, Williams. Chased out to his right. It's taken in by Roma Dunze. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Bears.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He dodged the tackle. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Give now to the running back. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Hey, volunteer pass, yes.
Here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. Catch made. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6.
Yeah. Punch slow.
3rd and goal. It's Williams. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. He's off to the races. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score. Pick 6 for Dallas.
Well, that is quite the tone setter and very different between the two sides. Offense, that's a disaster. But defensively, you've just lit the flame of emotion, and now you want to build on it. Wow.
They'll try this extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
They kick the running back in motion. Williams from the gun. That's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Chicago.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Now here's Williams. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To throw, Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Torrey Horton, his intended receiver. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
Here's Williams again. Oh, should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. But 2 in a row now have slipped away.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Again, it's Williams. That one is caught. Horton has it. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning it into an explosive play.
1st and goal, they go option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Watch out, watch out. LeBron, slam left. LeBron, ahead.
He'll work against the blitz. Bails out of the pocket quick. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Only need to fall forward 1 more yard. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready to go.
They're headed up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bears start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning from the 18-yard line. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
30-yard line.
On the ready.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Hot 70. Hot 60 by 2. 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 6. Dragon 6. Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll go play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Here we go. 19. Trap 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Off the play fake. He'll throw. He beams one. Deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Trevor ETN on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the pistol, Williams. Finds Odunze running the slant. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
Ready to run!
Williams on the play action. That's to Odunze again. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now a give running right. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready to run! Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer!
Now 1 second before they call a delay a game, a timeout comes in. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready to run, huh? Here we go. We got Biggie Frosty.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Going to the ground again on 1st. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
What is up? There he gets back. Blue.
Now Williams. Throws caught. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down.
What is up?
They'll run here, ETN. And what a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. Fourth down, pass coming. And that's incomplete in the end zone. It could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
They go play action on 1st down. He's going to push one deep down the right. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
What is up?
Williams on 1st down. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Pressure comes, Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Watch out.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Looking slant route, complete. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Man in motion here. On 4th down, it's Williams. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. There's 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Chicago.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, 55 yards out. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
Volunteer. Blue. Yes.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Slam left. Vegas.
2nd and 10 now. Williams. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
3rd down, here's Williams. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect the quarterback, and they didn't either.
Begins his return at the 16. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready?
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
70, Timberwolves. Here we go. Dragon 60. Craftsball 80. Ready?
Now running here with Jaden Blue. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
6, go.
The 3rd down run with Blue. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Top 19, Mustang, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
First down, play action. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Eagle, 60 Eagle. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Big Lion.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Diving right side, got it! And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
That is all-out effort, Kate, to make the catch. Putting his body on the line, diving for the ball. He earned that reception, and some more targets are clearly coming his way in the future.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
70 Denver with Cooper 19. Check, hurt. Ready.
We'll hear from the pistol. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys push their lead further to start the half.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys stretch their lead to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
Hey, volunteer.
Williams set to pass. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. That pass is caught by Horton. It's a race down the right side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than it's designed, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
Short kick here, fielded at the 17. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
At their own 32-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Viking 18. Riggs. Hurt! Hurt! Right there, hurt!
They'll start the drive with Blue. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Rambo 80!
Give on second here to Blue. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Cowboy 80! Cowboy 80! Go!
On the give, it's Blue. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner to the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
60 Bison! 60 Bison! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Lead option on first down. He's going to keep it. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys control possession and the scoreboard as they try to finish out this win. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Go! Rambo 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
Blue gets the hands on it. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
60 Bison!
First down, and they go right back to it. And he cuts it back right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cowboys have likely locked up the win right there. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Good night.
This is a design look for Fields. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be Cowboys football.
You could almost feel the eyes of those defenders like saucers. They see a quarterback in the open field, and all they want to do is knock him out. Or in this case, knock the ball loose. Job well done.
Cougar 19! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Ready?
Up the middle, Blue. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Rambo 80!
Now Blue. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
And the Cowboys first
Come
down.
on, come on. Hit.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
19, 18.
Handoff running left. It's Blue. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys put up even more points in a win.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What we could call this, other than simply splendid?
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys continue piling onto this lead.
42. Bears 14.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. On the return, this is Etienne. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Etienne on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
22.
Williams from the gun. This one falls incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Blue. Hey, volunteer.
Williams throwing again here on second down. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Third and long for him here. Is brought in by Burden. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here we go. We got Biggie Frosty. Slam left. Watch right.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Trying for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And now they have a first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. To the air yet again. Williams. On the move, headed right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
LeBron, slam left. Go, LeBron, blue.
Here's Williams again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears putting up points in a game decided. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Bears cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. The return starts at the 18. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Ready up.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10.
19, stop, crack all 80.
Who gets it? He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Deputy Lions, Viking 18.
They'll run this with blue. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Dragon 60, 18, 79, Cup 19, Cup 19. Let's go.
They're going to pass it here. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Jalen Reed with the INT. And the Bears are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
Well, they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes first and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hey. Panther Street, Mustang 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. Lions.
Here's the backup, first throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10.
What is up? LeBron, punch stars, yes.
Williams to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
70 raises. 70. 19 tight. 70. Hot 70. Hurt.
Air it out on third. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First down, Bears.
Okay, ready?
First down now, ball at the 33.
19 side, couple up, let's go. 18 Rattler. Check smash.
Out of the gun, it's Milton. Finds him on the slant. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So the big play has them well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
And the Bears, first down.
60 Bobcat. Ready?
Here's Milton, first and 10. He's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. Timeout Chicago. It uses its seconds. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal.
Cougar 19. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Warrior 70. Big Lion. Check, hurt. Ready.
Shotgun snap here to Milton. Flushed out of the pocket. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up third and goal. All right, so defensively you've seen 2 throws now, and you turn both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on third and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
19 tight.
Third down from the gun. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Well, might as well go for it here, Brock. They're going to try fourth and goal.
19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. 79 Top. 18 Rattler. Hurt.
Running back sent in motion.
Check, Bobcat. Trap 50.
Desperation time here on fourth. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get it back to within 2 possessions. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
This one is up and good. And the Bears get it back to a 14-point game. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. Oh, I think the Bears got to that one. Yes, Bears football! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. All right, one more snap to play here.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Check smash. Check smash. 18. Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb going up against one of the better defenses in